Hi there. Are you ready to talk about math? I know. Sometimes math can seem a little scary. Maybe you think it's just for certain people or that it's too hard and confusing. But I want to tell you a secret. Math is for everyone. And guess what? You are already using it every single day, even if you don't notice it. When you look at the clock to see what time it is, that's math. When you go to the store and figure out if you have enough money to buy a snack, you are doing math. Math isn't just a subject in school. It's a tool that helps us understand the world all around us. It's like a secret code that, once you learn it, helps everything make more sense. Learning math can feel like learning a new language or a new sport. But with a little bit of practice, things start to click. You begin to understand the rules, and you get better and better. Are you with me? Let's go! The very first step on our math adventure has nothing to do with numbers or equations. It has everything to do with your brain and your thoughts. We need to start with a fresh, positive mindset. Sometimes we have old ideas about math that hold us back. Maybe a teacher once said something that made you feel like you weren't good at it. Or maybe you saw a hard problem and decided math wasn't for you. These are just stories we tell ourselves, and we can change them. Let's start by saying something new. Say it with me. I can learn math. Say it out loud. Your brain listens to what you tell it. Now let's clear out all those old, dusty thoughts. Imagine your mind is like a room. We need to do some mental cleaning. Take a deep breath and blow out all those negative feelings. Replace them with bright, sunny thoughts like, I am a math learner. Think of your brain as a muscle. So instead of thinking, I'm not a math person, start thinking, I am building my math muscle. Okay, now that our minds are feeling fresh and positive, it's time for our next step, making a plan. A plan is like a map for a road trip. You wouldn't just get in the car and start driving without knowing where you're going, right? A study plan helps you know where you are going on your math journey. It makes the big goal of learning math feel much smaller and easier to handle. Your plan doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, simple is better. First, you need a calendar or a planner. Look at your week. When do you have a little bit of free time? Maybe it's in the morning before school, or maybe it's in the evening after dinner. Find just 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. Write it down. 7 p.m. to 7:15 p.m., math time. Next, decide what you want to learn. So be specific. Maybe you want to get better at addition. Monday, practice adding single-digit numbers. Tuesday, practice adding double-digit numbers. Each day has a small, clear goal. Finally, make your study space a happy place. By creating a simple schedule, setting small daily goals, and preparing your space, you are setting yourself up for success. You have your positive mindset and your simple plan. Now comes the most powerful part, daily practice. This is where the real magic happens. Think about a tiny seed. If you water it just a little bit every day, it will grow into a big, strong plant. But if you pour a whole bucket of water on it once a month, it won't work. Your brain is the same way. A little bit of practice every single day is much, much better than one long, stressful study session once a week. This idea is called consistency, the key to unlocking your math potential. 10 minutes a day is a perfect place to start. When your scheduled math time arrives, honor that appointment with yourself. Put your phone away. Turn off the TV. Give your full attention to the math problems in front of you. This focused time is super effective. Because you know it's only for a short period, it's easier to stay concentrated. What happens if you miss a day? Don't worry about it. Life happens. Nobody is perfect. If you miss your practice on Tuesday, just get right back to it on Wednesday. Think of it like a chain. Each day you practice, you add a link to the chain. The longer your chain of practice days becomes, the stronger and more confident you will feel. One of the best ways to make math feel less scary is to see it in the world around you. Math isn't just numbers on a page, it's a tool we use every day. When you connect math to something you love, it makes sense. Do you like to cook or bake? The kitchen is a fantastic math lab. Recipes are filled with fractions. 1/2 cup of flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Doubling a recipe means you multiply all the ingredients by 2. That's math. How about shopping? The sign says 25% off. To figure out the new price, you're using percentages. 5 apples for $3. Apples are 70 cents each. Which one is the better deal? Every time you handle money, pay a bill, or figure out a tip at a restaurant, you are using math. Even your hobbies are packed with math. Basketball, calculating angle and force for a shot. Baseball, understanding statistics like batting averages. Building with Legos uses geometry and spatial reasoning. When you play a video game, you track score, health, and time. So, I have a challenge for you. For the rest of today, be a math detective. Look for at least 3 examples of math in your world. When you find an example, say it out loud. That's math. Have you ever looked at a long, complicated math problem and your brain just froze? It can feel overwhelming, like trying to climb a huge mountain all at once. But here's a secret that all mathematicians know. Every big, scary problem is really just a bunch of small, easy problems hiding inside it. Don't look at the whole giant problem at once. Find the first small step, solve that first little piece, then move to the next, then the next. Before you know it, the whole thing is solved. It's kind of like eating a big pizza. You don't stuff the whole thing in your mouth, do you? You eat it one slice at a time. Let's practice. Imagine a word problem. Lots of sentences and numbers. First, read it carefully. Understand the story. Then get a highlighter or colored pencil. Your first small step. Find the important information. What numbers are in the problem? What's the question asking you to find? This filters out extra words and focuses you on what matters. You turn a giant leap into small, manageable hops. What is the first thing you feel when you realize you've made a mistake on a math problem? Do you feel a little frustrated? Maybe embarrassed? Many of us are taught to think that mistakes are bad, that they mean we have failed. But I want you to completely change the way you think about this. In math, mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are amazing. They are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are trying. They are proof that you are challenging yourself. They're like a secret superpower that helps your brain grow stronger. When you try a problem and get it right on the first try, that's great. It feels good. But you probably didn't learn very much. You just practiced what you already knew. When you make a mistake, something incredible happens. Your brain pays attention. It says, "Whoa, wait a minute, that didn't work. Why not?" That surprise is when real learning begins. So don't erase your mistakes and forget them. Become a mistake detective. Get a different colored pen, red or green. Circle the mistake. Don't scribble it out. Make it stand out. Then try to figure out what happened. Write a little note next to the mistake explaining what went wrong. That turns the mistake into a powerful learning tool. When you find one, say, "Awesome, my brain is growing." Learning math doesn't have to be something you do all by yourself, alone in a quiet room. In fact, it can be much more fun and effective when you have people to share the journey with. Think of it like being on a team. When you have teammates, you can help each other, cheer for each other, and solve problems together. A math friend can be anyone: a classmate, a family member like a parent, an older sibling, a tutor, or even a friendly teacher. The goal is to find someone you can talk to about math. Explaining a math idea to someone else is one of the best ways to understand it better yourself. One of the best things about having a math friend is that you can work on problems together. If you get stuck on a problem, maybe your friend will see something you missed. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. Your teachers are there to help you. That is their job. Go to them after class and say, "I'm having trouble with this topic. Can you explain it to me in a different way?" If you don't have someone at home or school, the internet can also be a great place to find math friends and helpers. So, reach out, connect, and build your math team. We've reached the end of our guide, but it's really just the beginning of your amazing math adventure. Let's look back at how far you've already come. You've learned that math is all around you, a useful tool for everyday life. You've discovered the power of starting with a fresh, positive mind, clearing out those old negative thoughts, believing in your ability to learn. You now have a strategy to make a simple plan, breaking down your learning into small, manageable goals that you can tackle in just 10 minutes a day. You know that this consistent daily practice is the secret ingredient to building your skills and confidence over time. You've learned to connect math to fun, real-life activities like cooking, shopping, making it feel more relevant and less abstract. You have the secret to breaking down big, scary problems into a series of small, easy steps, turning an overwhelming challenge into a manageable puzzle. And perhaps most importantly, you've discovered that mistakes are not your enemy. They are your superpower. They are opportunities for your brain to grow stronger, and you now know how to use them as incredible learning tools. You are equipped with a whole new way of thinking about and doing math. Remember that learning is a journey, not a race. There will be twists and turns. Be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate your small victories along the way. Every problem you solve, every concept you finally understand, every day you stick to your practice plan. You can do this. I believe in you. And now it's time for you to believe in you too. Your math success story starts today. Now go for it.